You know, as I do my research, I come across certain words, and I've seen this word before, but I think it's probably the most important word in the English language today. And that word is kleptocracy. 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 Okay? And the root word for kleptocracy is klepto. What's a klepto? We've always talked about kleptos over time. Kleptos are people that are thieves, people that steal. Okay, so what is a government kleptocracy? Okay, basically it's a corrupt government, okay, who have leaders who steal from the people. Okay, they have the power, they expropriate money and wealth and land from the people. And that's exactly what's going on today around the world, not just in Canada, but in the United States and Europe, etc. These kleptocrats, they've put themselves in power, and now they're stealing everything under the sun. So they embezzle, they misappropriate government funds, and they do it at the expense, as I said, of the people. They don't apologize. That's the other thing. They just steal. They don't apologize. They pretend, because they're narcissists as well. They just pretend nothing happened, right? So they don't apologize. They don't acknowledge they've done anything wrong, and they just keep doing it over and over and over and painfully over, okay? While we just sit there and watch in amazement, we talk amongst ourselves, we go, Justin Trudeau's a crook, and Joe Biden's a crook, and there's nothing we can do about it. And then what do we end up doing? We just go to work, we work more hours instead of 40 hours a week like we used to work, you know, whatever, 25, 30 years ago. Now we work 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever. I mean, people are working just ridiculous hours so they can scrape off just enough to pay the bills, pay the taxes, and keep the collectors away from the door. And it's getting worse and worse because the kleptocrats that are in power right now, they have no there's no way they're stopping. They're at full throttle right now, and they just keep on going. You got to remember, most politicians make less than $200,000 a year, and we see pictures of them in their homes, and they're multi-million-dollar homes. Then they've got recreational properties all over the world. They're driving really expensive cars, you know, really expensive Mercedes and BMWs and Bentleys and all kinds of stuff. And they're making $200,000 a year. Do you know anybody that's doing that? I don't, because you can't do it on $200,000 after you pay your taxes and all your expenses. So at the end of the day, unfortunately, now people have to, you know, continually live in fear, live in anxiety, keep working, and they're basically going to have to work. And this is sad. I don't mean to be sad, but they're going to have to work until they die, because most people at 65, they're not retiring. And the life expectancy for a male now, since COVID, is down to 76 years. So that means if you retire at 65, you might have 11 years and hopefully you're healthy. Okay? So why do we allow it? Why do we watch it happen over and over and over? And that's where I need some help. Help me understand. We see it, we know it, we talk about it. I hate doing videos like this about this subject because it's really a sad subject. But it's like, you know, they're stealing from us, and we just keep giving them more. And we just sit back and go, there's nothing we can do about it. Really? In Canada, there's 40 million of us, and there's only 1,000 or a few thousand politicians with any real power. If we turned, it would be over that quick. But for some reason, we don't want to do that. We want the kleptocrats to just keep hollowing out and stealing from us so we can just keep going to work and acting like a bunch of dummies, because that's what we are when we do this. We're acting like a bunch of dummies.